Someone said, "Where's the promo at, girl?" What would you like to see? Let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see that I haven't done. You know, I think it's time to just let music speak. I think so.
I feel like it's safe to say that Chlöe's debut album, In Pieces, was absolutely not it. Obviously, that's just my opinion, but the album was unfortunately filled with nothing but long, disjointed, lyrically subpar songs that only reinforced the impeccable vocal range that Chlöe possesses. But sadly, the album failed to establish Chlöe as a standout solo artist that had any unique artistic and lyrical masterfulness such as a SZA or Summer Walker. Sadly, that album swiftly left my playlist rotation within the month it arrived, but I had faith that Chlöe would take all of the critiques and advice to craft a much more cohesive album for her sophomore project. That brings us to April 2024 when Chlöe announced the title of her second album titled Trouble in Paradise during her Coachella set. When describing Trouble in Paradise, Chlöe noted that this project would be a conceptual album in a chronological order that tells the story of a hopeless romantic and a summer fling that falls in love, well aware that the romance will not last forever, but they're just down for a good time since the fling feels so good. With the intro track All I Got Free Fallin', I really appreciate that dichotomy of the first and second halves of the opener. It is a graceful and beautiful way of demonstrating how reluctant Chlöe is feeling internally to devote her entire self to another person again. Though she is unwilling to be as vulnerable emotionally as she once was, Chlöe is receptive to the idea of physically interacting with the person again. The beat switch of the song was such a pleasant surprise because I did not see it coming, but the Afrobeat half of the song showcases how Chloe is prepared to immerse herself into this person to see where it goes, knowing good and well the emotional risk that will follow. Might As Well is possibly the most horribly placed song of this album, and its misplacement sadly turns me off to the entire record before I even get a chance to truly digest it. I'm a Ty Dolla $ign fan, but I think he did nothing spectacular to salvage the sheer dullness and unimaginative element of this collab. I really thought Boy Bye would be the hit record that Chlöe rightfully deserves. It is a cute, fresh, alternative pop summer bop that I feel has that generic universal appeal that showcases an impressive pivot in Chlöe diversifying her sound. Even though I believe all the profanity is unnecessary and takes away from the potential commercialization of the song, it is arguably one of the best songs in her discography, due to how well Chloe is able to float so effortlessly on a pop production. Additionally, I like how the narrative of the song is relatable to the average person, with the hook so simple enough to catch on with a wide-ranging audience. I don't think it's too late to continue pushing the song, so hopefully Boy Bye will turn into a sleeper hit and catch some traction on social media because it truly deserves. For me, the best aspect of Redemption is his polished and subtle transition to the real star of the show, which is temporarily single. I love when Chloe sings in a lower register vocal tone because the beauty of her tone, coupled with the guitar, is just so reminiscent of Toni Braxton's sultry vocals that create such an oral cinematic masterpiece. The very last minute of the song is certainly what dreams are made of because Chloe's voice is so unfairly heavenly for no reason. Rose is a disappointing song, not because of the meaning of the song, but because it further highlights how Chloe lacks the skill set to utilize clever, imaginative wordplay to lean into the sexual innuendos that she wants to convey without being so overt and vulgar. One thing I admire about artists like Victoria Monet is her ability to demonstrate her seductive prowess in intimate fantasies without it being too on the nose. Songs like Dive or Persuasion are perfect examples of her explicit wants and needs while still being able to craft a song that is palatable and family-friendly without compromising her artistic vision. Additionally, songs like She Bop by Cyndi Lauper or Feeling Me Right Now by Kelly Rowland explore the world of self-pleasure perfectly without being so clear-cut and descriptive. With Chloe, songs like Rose and even Same Lingerie, it hauntingly showcases that yes, Chloe is grown and she does grown things, but most importantly, she still desperately needs a songwriting team to help improve the lyricism to match the power of her vocals and production. No pun intended, but Favorite featuring Innocent Paak is my favorite collaboration she has done with the male artist. It is undeniably fun and authentically matches the happy-go-lucky, positive persona both artists seem to present to the public. The song describes finding ways to get closer and spend more time with her favorite person at the moment who's making her the happiest. I hope we get an actual video for this song because I think it should be pushed as the next single. Starting with Never Let You Go featuring YG Marley begins an incredible 6-track run of back-to-back bops. We have had a slew of Afrobeat songs that have infiltrated the R&B sector over the last couple of years, but with Chloe, I will go ahead and admit that she has mastered the fusion of Afrobeats dancehall with rhythm and blues in the most exceptional and serene way. This song is devoid of a single flaw, and that is also due in part to Chloe and YG's heartsick and melancholic emotional pleas that accentuate their fight to hold on to their loved ones whom they share so many memories with. Aside from the monumental fact that this is Chloe and Halle's first song together in years, I admire the fact that Want Me is less of a duet. It features Halle and her angelic vocals being relegated to the back seat as Chlöe is now in the driver's seat navigating her own emotional turmoils. Lyrically, this song is the most impactful as I feel I get an honest and realistic glimpse into the hardships Chlöe has possibly faced in her relationship dating journey. Chlöe is a self-proclaimed hopeless romantic, but this song exemplifies the heart-wrenching downsides of being on either side of the spectrum of not getting that reciprocity. Anyone who has had the fortune of listening to Chlöe and Halle's albums together is familiar with their brilliant melodies, harmonies, and runs, so the only thing this ballad has done for me is further heighten the anticipation for their third album next year. Though I like Moments, it flies under the radar as it pretty much discusses the exact same subject as Never Let You Go, except the production on Moments is a snooze fest. Thankfully, Chlöe makes up for it on the subsequent track F Your Status. When this song first came out as a lead single in March, I listened to it once or twice, but never went back to it until the release of this album. Now, I really cannot stop listening to it because I think songs like this one, and even her other songs like How Does It Feel and Surprise, is when she really thrives vocally. Albeit the generic R&B production, the way Chlöe is able to fluidly manipulate her voice is captivating and highlights the noticeable growth she's had vocally since her first album. Nice Girls Finish Last is a vocal masterpiece to me because Chlöe is not even at her fullest level of capabilities, but her tone is so seductive and alluring that it allows you to overlook the lackluster lyrics that have been a common theme in this album up until this point. Strawberry Lemonade is another undeniable bop, and I would really be disappointed in us as a community if we let this song flop. I love how Chlöe mentioned how she was inspired to create this song after hearing songs like Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles and Cake by the Ocean by DNCE, and she wanted to create her own double entendre filled song named after her favorite beverage. Shake featuring Jeremiah is a non-essential, seemingly obligatory Jersey Club track that falls short after the very first minute. This song, in addition to the outro track Somebody, closes the album in a very bewildering, anticlimactic way that leaves a great deal to be desired into the concepts that were actually explored in Chlöe's Troubled Paradise. Chlöe mentioned that she recorded much of this album in St. Lucia, in which it is evident that her time spent in the Caribbean island inspired the breezy, tropical, dancehall, amapiano, and Afro-pop productions. Comparatively, judging from her debut album to Trouble in Paradise, Chlöe has made giant leaps in improving the production, which the end result is infinitely better than In Pieces. Bungo, by the way, who produced the majority of this album, did an incredible job at crafting a sound that accentuates Chlöe's exquisite operatic vocals without overpowering her like her older songs did. I could go on and on about how superb the production in songs like All I Got, Boy Bye, Never Let You Go, or Strawberry Lemonade is, but I have to be honest. I am a lyrics first girly, and this album is filled with aggressively mediocre, juvenile, and corny lyrics about, yet again, another toxic love story that tells me that Chlöe is nowhere near serious about making a quality album meant for longevity. It's like, I completely get that Chlöe loves herself, her body, she likes to feel and embrace her sexiness, but she lacks a certain sensuality that makes a convincing argument to me that she is able to curate a sexy R&B pop album without it sounding raunchy and vulgar. What made artists like Janet Jackson so successful was her organic, slow, and steady maturation as a child star, to a woman in control, to a powerhouse who was able to create unassuming, seductive classic songs like That's the Way Love Goes or All For You. On another hand, sometimes it feels like she's trying to capture the emotional rawness yet softness like a Summer Walker or SZA, but what makes their music more appealing is the fact that we could tell that they really live their rhymes. Their songwriting matches their persona and how the audience views them, so it allows the music to hit different. Whereas with Chlöe, her sometimes cringeworthy behavior and explicit songs where she is overcompensating causes me to drift further away from revisiting Chlöe's music. I am not even going to touch on the fact that this album barely got any promotion because even though Chlöe claims that she wants the music to speak for itself, there are clearly other factors at play why the marketing was nearly non-existent given how much of a commercial and critical failure In Pieces was. Although my favorite songs so far would be Never Let You Go, Want Me, F Your Status, Nice Girls Finish Last, and Strawberry Lemonade, all this album really did was further increase my desire for another joint Chlöe and Halle album. Please let me know in the comments what you all think of Chlöe's sophomore album Trouble in Paradise and how you would compare it to her first album In Pieces. Please let me know the songs you like and dislike and what you think Chlöe improved on the most with this album. Let me know in general what you think the state of both Chlöe and Halle's solo musical career is at this point, and if you are looking forward to their third album that they tease will be released next year. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell, and I'll see you next time.